We will basically examine Altura cost expectation for the impending year and past in this aid, as well as our own and the market's cost forecasts for Alu's future. If it's not too much trouble, for the most part recall that making expectations really is troublesome, not to mention making cost forecasts about the fate of a spick and span, incredibly unpredictable monetary instrument like Altura. Accept this and some other forecasts tentatively. We should get everything rolling now, which is genuinely critical. Before we dive into the examination of the Altura cost forecast and answer questions like regardless of whether Alu is a sort of shrewd speculation, why Alu will really succeed or come up short, or why the Altura cost will increment or diminishing, we should momentarily view what Alu is and its earlier exhibition. What is Altura, ALU? Any video game that permits players to claim computerized resources incorporates a ton of in-game items and a market cap. In-game merchandise, notwithstanding, are unified, hard to exchange, and challenging to coordinate. With the assistance of the brilliant agreement stage Altura, game planners might make, exchange, and appropriate especially shrewd NFTs that address in-game products. Shrewd NFTs have especially powerful highlights that can really adjust contingent upon explicit conditions. Decentralized in-game items will turn out to be more typical with the utilization of shrewd NFTs, which give a huge swath of potential choices not accessible with standard NFTs, which is very critical. We in every way that really matters, expect to for the most part give a basic UI and programming interface for building brilliant NFTs, as well as an open trade where NFTs can be exchanged for Altura tokens, or so they thought. At last, we need to bring truly arbitrary in every practical sense, brilliant plunderboxes to the blockchain. Altura, ALU, Specialized Examination. Trading View's top-to-bottom specialized examination apparatus empowers the stock of the consolidated ALU rate exhortation progressively for the chose time span, regardless of whether it is hard to offer 100% exact specialized investigation for the Altura coin. Moving midpoints, oscillators, and turn focuses are 12 among all digital forms of money with a market capitalization of $12,018,852. Using the overall strength list, RSI, moving weighted normal, MWA, Williams fractal, and moving genuinely normal union dissimilarity, MACD, from the outline above, we can decide cost designs for Altura, ALU, to conclude whether it will for the most part have a bullish or negative year incredibly. Altura, ALU, Value Expectation 2022. Altura, from certain perspectives, is one of the most astonishing digital forms of money to rise this year, ALU. The ALU cost figure for 2022 expects a critical expansion in the year's last part, perhaps coming to $0.02881. Likewise with other digital currencies, the ascent will generally be progressive, yet no extensive drops are normal. Averaging $0.02689 in cost is very aggressive, however it is achievable sooner rather than later given expected coordinated efforts and headways. ALU is supposed to have a base worth of $0.023048. Altura, ALU, Value Expectation 2023. In 2023, Altura ALU cost expectation has a lot of space for extension. Because of the possible declarations of various new organizations and drives, we guess that the cost of ALU will before long outperform $0.048017. In any case, we ought to hold back to check whether the ALU's overall strength record explicitly emerges from the oversold zone prior to putting down any bullish wagers. Taking into account the market unpredictability, ALU will exchange with a base exchanging cost of $0.038414 and a typical exchanging cost of $0.042255. Altura, ALU, Value Forecast 2024. In the event that the vertical pattern go on until 2024, it could sort of reach $0.067224 and ALU might benefit. In the event that the market encounters a downfall, the objective may not be met. ALU is supposed to exchange at a for the most part normal cost of $0.061462 and a low of $0.057621 in 2024, or so they thought. Altura, ALU, Value Expectation 2025. Assuming that Altura effectively helps market feeling among cryptographic money aficionados, the ALU coin cost could stay stable for the truly next 5 years. As per our projections, ALU will especially be green in 2025. The ALU is supposed to reach and outperform its record-breaking high in 2025. In 2025, the virtual money will be valued at $0.086431, with a base cost of $0.076828 and a typical cost of $0.080669. Altura, ALU, Value Expectation 2026. After some broad determining and specialized examination, we gauge the ALU cost is supposed to cross a normal value level of $0.099876 by 2026, with a base cost of $0.096034 anticipated before the year's end. Besides, ALU has a greatest value worth of $0.105638. Altura, ALU, Value Forecast 2027. Because representing things to come, organizations that fundamentally are supposed to sort of occur by 2027, we really are expecting that a bullish pattern will keep carrying the typical cost to around $0.119083. On the off chance that ALU figures out how to break the safe level in 2027, we could see a genuinely most extreme cost of $0.124845. Neglecting to assemble the help ALU needs by 2027 could bring about a low of $0.115241. Altura, ALU, Value Forecast 2028, as opposed to prevalent thinking. While ALU is endeavoring towards interoperability between organizations to in the real sense rush communication, the bullish pattern from the earlier year is supposed to proceed. So the base exchange cost generally has been put at $0.134448 and a yearly cost close above $0.144052 in 2028, which generally is very critical. Altura, ALU, Value Forecast 2029.